Hello there, lads and lassies. Welcome to Scottish Geeks. My name is Derek, and today we're going to be talking about YouTube restricted mode. Yes, everyone else is talking about this just now, but I may have a different point of view. Then again, I might have the same point of view as a lot of people, but then again, it is my personal point of view. Wow, I said that far too many times. But before we start, please do remember to hit that subscription bell, because it does allow you to know when my videos come up, first and foremost, etc. Anyway, on with the job at hand. Restricted mode. Oh, everybody's up in arms about this brand new service from YouTube. Except it's not brand new, it's been around for about 7 years now. People just didn't seem to notice it because it was pretty much only for the likes of schools, colleges, etc. You know, institutions where perhaps they didn't want to see someone swearing at the top of their lungs at a video game, or someone bouncing up and down and saying, "My boobs are the best in the world." Well, my boobs they're not bad. I like my boobs. Anyway, yes. So, restricted mode is really seriously not a brand new thing that's out there, but there's a huge uproar just now because they have refined it a little bit and made it more accessible for the general public. And one of the biggest people that have been hit by it have been the LBGTQ. I think that's all the letters. I don't know. When I first started talking about stuff like this, it was just LGBT. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. But now they've added more letters to it for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, yes, so a lot of videos from that particular community have been restricted. Well, that's what the basic crux of the whole argument is at the moment, but it's not strictly true. It's not just them. There's a lot of videos from a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds that have been restricted wrongfully, but not maliciously, we'll see. And I'll get into that in a moment. But yeah, there's this big uproar on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube as well. You've probably seen some videos on it yourself, from the LGBTQ community, saying how very perfectly innocent videos have been restricted, etc. And YouTube themselves have actually come out and said, "We have a problem." And I was like, well done, YouTube. Seriously, my God, you've admitted something at last. You've admitted something went wrong. They're trying to fix it now. There was a problem with the algorithm. The way I perceive that it works is there's certain tags or keywords that are maybe getting, the whole red flag thing. Simply because, there's too many videos out there. I mean, can you imagine if someone had to actually personally check every single video on YouTube to make sure that it was safe for work? It's impossible. Even if every single person on the face of the planet spent every single day watching one video each, it would still take years. And we're not talking like, oh, well, that's kind of an unrealistic thing. There are trillions of videos on YouTube. Come on, seriously. And by the time you've checked them all, there's a trillion more. And by the time you check those, there's a trillion more. And, it's just a never-ending task. So this restricted mode had to do a sort of blanket restriction on various different videos. And now they've admitted, yeah, it does need a lot of fine-tuning. It's fine, it's just one of those things. I mean, I've looked at my own channel and I've noticed there's videos that should have been restricted, and by my own admission should have been restricted, but aren't. But then again, there's other videos that shouldn't have been restricted because there was nothing bad about them. There was no swearing or anything. Let's take, for example, my Subnautica series, which predominantly, because my nephew watches Subnautica videos, I don't swear as much, or I hold back. I'm the calm version of myself when I'm recording those videos, and they were all restricted. But in the same respect, the Resident Evil ones are restricted, and I can completely get behind that because that's not meant for kids and stuff like that. But here's where my problem is. There is already a YouTube channel for kids. Do you know what it's called? Have you ever heard of it before? It's called YouTube Kids. It gets advertised on your mobile phones consistently. Or constantly. One of those two words are right. I don't know which one. But it gets advertised a lot. And it gets advertised on YouTube itself. And, that's fine and well. Parents should use that. But again, not without its problems. It's got its issues as well. There are problems with YouTube Kids in the fact that if you know an exact phrase to look up, you will find any video you like. For example, one of my Lucius videos, one of the ones that should really never, ever, ever be viewed by kids, is available on YouTube Kids. People often always say as well that you should put any videos that are not meant for children under the age restricted mode. I have a personal problem with that because when you put something in the age restricted mode, you lose all monetization. You lose all advertising rights to it. What happens if that video becomes viral and I make £1 or $1 or whatever you want to call it? You know, that's pretty much, you know, the million views you get about $1 or something. You can't do it. You can't do this age restricted mode. And YouTube itself is actually supposed to be only viewable, or you're only supposed to be making an account if you're over the age of 13. So basically there's restrictions there already. This extra restricted mode I find is unnecessary. I don't think it's a necessary thing. And yes, it's been out since 2010, and like I said, it's for like institutions, for like colleges, etc. and all that, but the fact of the matter is that YouTube shouldn't need it. I mean, the colleges, you shouldn't have access to YouTube unless you're doing a media course or something to do with YouTube. You shouldn't have access to YouTube in a library, because libraries are meant to be about studying, keeping quiet, etc. You've got YouTube at home. If you don't have YouTube at home, fair enough, but there are specific places you could probably go where you could probably get some videos, like go around to a friend's house and things like that. That's a level of restriction I think I'd be happier with, you know. But I'm not completely against YouTube in this, because I do understand where they're coming from. But they have actually stated themselves it's a very, very small percentage of people that would actually use restricted mode. But here comes the major issue with it, right now. This is all on the folk who are talking about it, right? Yes, get your point across. Yes, tell folk if you want to about this new mode that's mucking up your channels and stuff, but do just realize that you're advertising it. You are telling people this exists. You're showing them this thing is out there to be used, and there are people out there who will use this against you. They will limit what people can see, specifically because they now know that it's there. They will complain up to the eyeballs. There will be flags on content. There will be, this should be in restricted mode, this has that. You basically have done the work of people who hate you. You've brought it to their attention, and it's through no fault of your own. The way I see it should happen, when you're complaining about something, if you're complaining about something, you do it calmly. You do it concisely. You research your opinion, you come out with it, you just say it in a calm, clear voice of what is wrong. And this is an issue I think that YouTube has at the moment, is, say, 1,000 people, like just for example, right, 1,000 people have a complaint, for example, which continues in the YouTube restricted mode, and 900 of those people come in screaming and shouting and calling you every name under the sun. By the time the 100 folk who are going to be calm and concise and clear about it, who have actually got valid information, come to your door, you're going to be like, I really can't be bothered talking to you right now. So basically, guys, girls, lads, lassies, everybody, if you want to complain about something, do it calmly. You're likely to get more of an impact if you do. For example, say, look, person at YouTube, this new restricted mode has limited my video views. The videos that have been restricted do not fall under what I would call the restricted category. There's no swearing, there's no sexual content, there is nothing that would offend, or there's nothing that would be not safe for work or not safe for children. You say that, and then you point out which videos it is. They can then possibly do something about it. But if you go and you say, here, you're absolute assholes, what have you done? You've completely ruined my channel, I hate you, YouTube sucks now, I'm moving to something else. What do you think's going to happen? I mean, seriously, do you honestly think they're actually going to take you seriously? No, they're not. They're never going to take you seriously if you do that. So chill. Chill out. Just relax. Take a deep breath. And say, "Dear YouTube, I have a problem." That's it. Just be nice. You know, it doesn't take a lot. Being nice doesn't take much effort at all. Being nasty is just a waste of your energy. It really is. Anyway, guys, I want your guys' opinions on this. It probably made no sense. I don't know. I'm still new to this whole thing. You know, I think this is what, my sixth vlog or something in a row. So I don't really know where this is going. In the comments below, tell me what I should talk about next time, and I will talk about it. Nobody said anything last week. Actually, I had to talk. Bubblegum Monster said they wanted me to talk about haggis. Okay, haggis. Haggis is great. Haggis is a sheep's innards boiled in its own stomach. Well, it used to be. Now it's basically minced meat with rolled oats and putting that same stuff they put in sausage. It's actually just tastes like spicy meat. Okay, it's a very, very nice dish. If you haven't tried it before, give it a try. If it's illegal in your country, well, I'm sorry, I can't do much about that. Yeah, haggis is nice. Give it a try. I don't know if there's any variations of haggis, but there's just haggis. Haggis, neeps and tatties. Tasty. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you next time. Please do put a comment below of what you think about this whole situation, and please do let me know what you want me to talk about next time. There'll be links to my channel, my gaming channel, and other stuff over here. And I'll catch you next time. Anyway, till then, bye-bye.